know, and that's the whole thing, man. That's for everybody to be able to understand that if you have some sense of wisdom, you do have a sense of responsibility to humanity. So whether you rapping or you may be doing motivational speaking, or you may just be an average construction worker laying the bricks for the foundation we gonna live in for the next 20 years. So, everybody plays a piece, man, and I don't see it as pressure. I hope it's motivational, because that's what I intended to be.
Is there any
Pop music, you know what I mean?
What instrument do you enjoy playing most?
I would say the clarinet. The saxophone is a little more complicated. There's a few more notes, but the clarinet is a real calming instrument, and it's pretty simple to play.
Yeah. Do you listen to a lot of music outside of kind of hip-hop and classical that kind of informs that?
Definitely. I honestly, I'm usually recording or writing, so, when I step away into my personal life, I try to switch that up a little bit. And it really depends what I'm doing, you know what I mean? If I'm trying to chill, like I said, if I'm had a long day at work, I want to hear some soul. If I'm feeling a little too energetic, a little too uppity, I'll try to play some classical or some jazz to just calm me down a little bit, Or sometimes I'm able to hear some. I like folk music.
Just getting to the headquarters, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it, you know what I mean? About to sit down. Had some good conversation with my cousin Bo, you know what I mean, politic on some things, talk about the album, and just take it from here, you know what I mean? Right now he getting interviewed over the phone, so right now I'm on a little break. I got somebody working on my rap, but we're gonna get back to this interview.
Possible, let them know I'm trying to work, The worst thing they can say is no.
Who's had the biggest influence on the direction of the album production-wise?
Production-wise right now, I would say my man K Salam and Beatnik, they got 2 joints on the album right now, so I say that they'll have the most input, man. But my sound is so diverse, man. I got producers from as far as Belgium on the album, so I've been everywhere just trying to get that sound different.
Yeah. Well, what's Beatnik like to work with?
Beatnik is he's a pretty quiet, laid-back guy. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, K Salam is more so the voice and the pound behind the production, and Beatnik is kind of the craftsman. He's the behind the doors, the guy that's putting all the trinks and tings and booms and making sure they all snappy for you. But yeah, it's an awesome duo. They cool with just writing, and it just keeps me extremely busy. You know what I mean? But I haven't learned to push the buttons yet, but I can craft the beat, definitely.
Yeah. Have you brought in any of your instruments onto the album at all?
Not live, but I've had a few jazz inspired tracks definitely on the joint.
Yeah. What's the story?
It was some of the most sporadic work I've ever had. I was actually doing some recording up in New York, and I had got a call from a mutual friend that Mac was in town, and we actually had been recording in the same studio. And when I heard he was upstairs, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go crash in on my buddy, and I came in. He seemed happy to see me, and it kind of just popped out like, yo, you know what? He was working on some beats, and I think I just had came in and inspired him to make that real, and the track was challenging to me because it wasn't your average hip hop track. So when I heard it, I was actually happy to write to it because I knew it would be a challenge for me, and I knew it would be shocking and motivational to him when he finally heard the results. Because the idea of the Rapness Monster kind of just hit me when I heard the growly sounds of the beat. So I went right in the studio, recorded it. Mac had to catch a flight somewhere, but when he had touched down, I had sent him the track, and he just emailed me back like, man, you was a crazy dude, man. What a song, you know what I mean? And it just kind of manifested that way, man. It was almost like natural, I mean, he's a cool dude. I can certainly see myself gravitating more to I guess you could say, international sound, you know. But that all comes along with progress and, you know, productivity. So as we begin to grow and, you know, link up with these more adamant, prominent producers, you know, it'll all come about, I'm sure.
Yeah. You reckon smokes more, you smack all it?
Say it. Who smokes more?
Yeah.
I say me, but, you know, I think all of those guys will concur to differ. We pretty much are, you know, we love to blow earth spuds. You know, Pittsburgh is an amazing place in that sense, man. There's a bunch of reefer heads running around, you know, so it's kind of tough to say we get together and it's a real. I'm everywhere with it, man. I say some of my favorite designers, like with jeans, I like Adriano Goldshimmers, I like G-Star, I like, there's a, I don't know, are you familiar with Frankie Morelli? It's a real popular Italian line. I like the way he's a real jazzy dude. I like Rare. That's a line from Italy that ain't too popular in the States. I'm real keen of it. I like Xanaro. You know, I like all the top tier stuff. Ferragamo, Gucci, Fendi, Louis.
What's the most things in your wardrobe? Is it about shoes or trousers or belts or jewelry or hats?
I would say hats and shoes, most likely. More than everything, hats and shoes, definitely. The lids and the bottom always got to match.
What's your best hat?
My best hat? Recently I bought a Godfather fedora. It cost me about 600 bones, man. That might have been the most expensive hat I've bought in my lifetime. I got a few Gucci buckets, and you know, I really like baseball caps. Is my favorite, to be honest, though. But that's my most prized possession, definitely. You know, I mean, you gotta really have a diverse sense of dressing too, man. So you know, those guys pretty much stated their style, man. They pretty much hippie dressers. You know what I mean? I be everywhere with it, man. You might see me dressed like an African king one day, man, but looking good doing it, you know? Or dressed like an English gentleman, you know what I mean?
What are you wearing today?
Today I got my Abercrombie, what you want to call this?
Rugby shirt.
No, there's a word for it I'm looking for.
Plaid shirt.
Not plaid, but yeah.
Casual.
I got my Abercrombie plaid on, a pair of 501s, a pair of top 10 Adidas, a Mitchell and Ness throwback hat. I'm just keeping it real breezy and regular today. It's pretty cool over here in the States right now to be summer. Shout out to Millie. She inspired me to get that Porsche just for talking that flyness with me.
What color am I looking out for?
I gotta go pearl.
Really?
Pearl white, just to make a statement, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't keep that clean for long, I don't reckon.
Gotta keep it clean. You wash that in the rain. You wash that in the rain, Millie. You know what I mean? Definitely a part of it, you know, and you really gotta learn how to keep that balance. That, you know, as an entertainer, you're gonna make money, you know, so it's about finding that balance and learning that, you know, when you're among common people, to be able to fit in, you know, and when you're among the, you know, the richest of people, you should be able to fit in. You know, money isn't really the defining point of our career. You know, once you make that staple of making money, it's like, now what do I do to stay here, to stay relevant, and keep the people appreciating my music, keep that sense of hunger, you know. So it's much bigger than the money, man. And you never really have a financial freedom, you know, giving your responsibility to humanity. You know, I see the richest people, Bill Gates, you know, he gives all his money away. So, you know, I guess it depends how much money you make to what, you know, to what really you consider financial freedom. Being fly, or, you know, driving a different car, or, you know, the latest piece of jewelry, you know what I mean? Like, those are things I've always done. So, you know, as I come into making more money, and, you know, I just plan on doing it in a more motivational way. You know, that we're like, yo, you always find a way to just be different with yours. So right now, man, I'm looking forward to dropping the video for Like This. like momentarily, man. The song has been so buzzing for me right now, but after that, I gotta shoot the title track for this track. I think I'm about one of the tracks we're thinking about titling an album after. So you know, it's about just staying ahead of the curve, man. You know, when you talk about videos, it's all a part of your marketing and your promotion, man. So you gotta, it's a lot of work, but you gotta stay on top of it.
Are there any video producers you want to work with out there?
Definitely, I want to work with like all the big guys, man. Gil Green, what's my man's name? Gary F. Gary, Hype Williams.
You should check out a lad called Dexter NV.
Say it again. What you want? You want a demonstration of a verse real quick?
Or just like a verse, something that you've written in terms of like, because it's going to be translated into text, just something really poignant and very personal that really represents you.
All right. Hey, I appreciate. Hey, check this out. I appreciate you having me, Millie. And when I come to the other side of the pond, we look forward to seeing you, mate.